21st October is going to be going down in the history books as the day that India achieved 1 billion COVID shots, 100 crore vaccination doses. We're counting down to that figure, just about 4 lakh doses to go for us to achieve that landmark. And here on India Today, we're getting you all the details of how the nation is coming together to salute our healthcare heroes. They're the ones who've ensured that this moment has arrived. They're the ones who've ensured that our vaccine drive has been a success. So let's tell you the data really. We're going to reach the 1 billion mark, with nearly 75% of all adults with at least one dose of the COVID vaccine and around 31% having received both doses. Prime Minister Modi is also going to be a part of the nation's celebrations. He's going to be visiting the RML hospital at about 10:30 this morning, where he will interact with healthcare workers as well. India's fight against COVID and the mega vaccination drive has been fueled by several record vaccinations, including that of the highest single-day tally of 2.5 crore shots on September 17th on the Prime Minister's birthday. This also went on to set a world record for daily vaccinations. India's come a long way since it kicked off one of the largest vaccination drives in the world. Initially, of course, there were those hiccups of big bottlenecks, of vaccine hesitancy, logistic challenges and rumors. The centre's battled numerous challenges, all of those to get to this stage. Mohit Sharma is joining us live from Delhi with more details on this. Mohit, as we count down to the figure of 100 crore vaccinations, tell us really what the government has in store really to celebrate this historic achievement. The Prime Minister, we understand, will be visiting RML Hospital.
Well, absolutely, Akshata. It's a big day for the country. It's a big day for, the vaccination process here in India. And more importantly, the government, as we've seen over the past 1.5 years, has been not just ensuring that on one hand, they can ensure one thing, and that is to give a sense of gratitude to the healthcare workers, but more importantly, to also ensure that, the healthcare workers are thanked for the fact that they have been, throughout this pandemic, ensuring that vaccinations and healthcare services are not hampered at all. That is something that would be seen once again today as well. It is expected that the Prime Minister would shortly be, from now onwards, would be reaching to the RML hospital, where he would be meeting and greeting the healthcare workers and appreciating once again what they've done for the country. And this would, of course, be a token, gratification, because, it's not just, about the healthcare workers of one particular hospital, but the at large, what the healthcare workers have done, in its entirety throughout the country. We've seen them, ensuring that the patients get the best of care. And now, after the vaccination was developed, they've also ensured that, the vaccination process is not hampered as well. And given the fact that India has had to overcome a lot of hiccups as well, as you rightly pointed out, in the beginning, it was a few thousand inoculations,
right,
to now, several, to a record of 2.05 crore in a day. Everything has been made possible because of the fact that everybody fought this pandemic unitedly.
Absolutely.
Amongst other ministers as well, it is likely that the health minister is also likely to visit several other hospitals as well, in order to not just appreciate their workings, but at the same time to overall visit and try and see as to how exactly is the vaccination process is still being carried out. Because of course, this is a time to not stop, but to only strengthen our inoculation drives, and that is something that would be on the mind of the government here as well.
Right. All right. Mohit, thank you for joining us with those details. We'll be, of course, getting our viewers all the latest and live updates of how the government is marking this feat. Let's take you through the many highs and lows, the moments to remember really in our journey towards the 100 crore vaccination figure. It all started, of course, with the first phase of vaccination, 16th January. You had 30 million healthcare and frontline workers to be vaccinated. And then you had several phases of the vaccine. On March 2nd, March 1st, in fact, the phase 2 started off with 45 plus also being included in the vaccination drive, those with comorbidities. Phase 3 was for all over 18, all adult population. May 1st is when it began, and this is when the real challenge really hit us of the vaccination. The average doses, if you look at the overall figures per day, is 11.12 crore doses being administered every single day. The highest doses was on September 17th on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's birthday, when 2.5 crore doses were administered. The number of days when we have seen over 1 crore doses being administered is 6 days so far, and that's a huge record to hold. So far, if you look at really the number crunching of these doses that have been given, 75% of Indians have now received at least one dose of the vaccine. If you look at how many have received double dose, it's 31%. So that number, there's no doubt, definitely has to improve, and it will with the months to come. But these are the numbers you need to know as we, of course, celebrate that milestone of 100 crore vaccinations.